In the U.S., former finance minister of Mozambique convicted of $2 billion fraud and money laundering scheme. NYC's Ice Cream Museum is sued by a man who says he broke his ankle jumping into the sprinkle pool. In the U.S., former finance minister of Mozambique convicted of $2 billion fraud and money laundering scheme. NYC's Ice Cream Museum is sued by a man who says he broke his ankle jumping into the sprinkle pool. China family feud locks son and parents in struggle to send each other to mental hospital. U.S. woman found chained to tree in India tied herself, say police. Tesla burns after driver in Mexico plugs the car into an illicit hookup wired directly to power line. In Israel, anonymous ex-user who threatened hostage families identified as local tycoon. Ukrainian deputy minister detained for massive bribe. In South Africa, Democratic Alliance wants police minister to appear before parliament over 5.4 million missing and closed dockets since 2018. American Airlines flight makes emergency landing after passengers spot lice in woman's hair. South Korea deploys sniffer dog to screen for bedbugs after Paris Games. CrowdStrike accepted a most epic fail award at DEF CON hacking conference.
Chinese crime ring accused of stealing thousands of corpses to use bones for dental grafts. Anti-doping agencies WADA, USADA clash over use of undercover athletes to catch cheats. Hong Kong police deploy drones, night patrols, Marine officers in 4 days anti-burglary bid.
In the UK, HMRC admits it will never recover £19 billion of unpaid tax. In the US, bankruptcies jumped 28% in states with legal online sports betting.
Using Jeffrey Epstein's old jet to fly to campaign events. Second photo alleged to show J.D. Vance in drag posted online. Former Colorado clerk Tina Peters, one-time hero to election deniers, convicted in computer breach.
In India, 5 children injured in Bihar while trying to make bomb using YouTube tutorial. Russian chess player accused of trying to poison opponent by smearing pieces with mercury. Iran executes 36 convicts in 24 hours. In Malaysia, growing number of youth delaying marriage worrying, says minister. Kenya's starvation cult leader goes on trial for manslaughter over mass deaths. Number of UK adults who vape reaches record level with 32% share, report finds.
Tundra vegetation to grow taller, greener through 2100, study finds. Domestication causes smaller brain size in dogs than in the wolf, where study challenges notion. Scientists equip Australian sea lions with cameras to explore previously unmapped ocean habitats.
Fossils suggest even smaller hobbits roamed an Indonesian island 700,000 years ago. Titanium heart kept man alive for days for the first time. Baylor researchers discovered DNA within mummified mammoth.
Invisible laser beam detects what a MacBook user is typing. Dune scientists observe first neutrinos with prototype detector at Fermilab. China builds with manufactured sand at 80%, easing worry about overmining and environmental cost. U.S. FDA approves nasal spray alternative to EpiPen for allergic reactions. In the UK, gene therapy costing over £1.6 million is approved for NHS patients with inherited blood disorder. Ozempic is changing people's skin, say plastic surgeons.
In the U.S., FDA panel rejects MDMA-aided therapy for PTSD. Scientists hail smart insulin that responds to changing blood sugar levels in real time. WHO invites monkeypox vaccine manufacturers to submit dossiers for emergency evaluation.
COVID fell to 10th leading cause of death in the U.S. last year, down from 4th. Hong Kong to stop offering Sinovac COVID vaccine when current stocks expire in October. First imported cases of Zika-like virus detected in Europe.
Elon Musk deletes post spreading fake news about UK detainment camps and UK PM Keir Starmer confirms Online Safety Act to be reviewed after far-right riots. ISIS-inspired suspect planned suicide attack at Taylor Swift concert, Austrian authorities say. Bulgarian parliament bans LGBTQ+ propaganda in schools.
Driving school. Figures new humanoid robot leverages OpenAI for natural speech conversations. ChatGPT now lets free users generate up to 2 images per day made by DALL-E 3. OpenAI warns users could become emotionally hooked on its voice mode. Elon Musk deposits his AI training on some EU data, Ireland says. Microsoft researchers report Iran hackers targeting U.S. officials before election. Kaspersky Lab registers twofold growth of infected smart devices in Russia. It's not worth paying to be removed from people finder sites, study says.
New Android spyware Lienspy evades detection using Yandex Cloud. New zero-day flaw in Apache OFBI's ERP allows remote code execution. A flaw has been discovered that allows programs to be launched without warning by bypassing Smart App Control and Smart Screen in Windows 10 and 11.
North Korean hackers, Moonstone Sleet push malicious JS packages to NPM registry. CrowdStrike hires outside security outfits to review troubled Falcon code. Apple stops signing iOS 17.5.1, downgrading no longer an option.
Hackers leak 2.7 billion data records with U.S. Social Security numbers. Suspected Iranian hackers breached Roger Stone's personal email as part of effort to target Trump campaign. Sources say an FBI is investigating suspected Iranian hack attempts against Trump and Biden campaigns. A Belarusian and Ukrainian leader of international malvertising and ransomware schemes of Angler Exploit Kit, other malware, and online scams extradited from Poland to face cybercrime charges.
Over 90 people with Russian flags detained in Nigeria during protest rallies, and Nigeria detains tailors who made Russian flags for anti-government protests. Mexico invites Putin to presidential inauguration. Russia's Izvestia newspaper says, Russia reportedly begins slowing YouTube speeds amid censorship spat with Google.
China will launch first satellites of constellation to rival Starlink, newspaper reports. SpaceX Starship's second flight footage released under Freedom of Information Act by NASA. It turns out Boeing's derelict Starliner is unable to fly without a crew on board. Video game actors are officially on strike over AI. Leaked documents show NVIDIA scraping a human lifetime of videos per day to train AI. It has been commented as, Kamala picking Governor Walz for VP is a win for the right to repair movement.
Illinois changes biometric privacy law to help corporations avoid big payouts. Google announces AI-equipped air conditioning management device, Nest Learning Thermostat, 4th generation. Chrome Web Store warns end is coming for uBlock Origin, as Google Chrome is finally transitioning to Manifest v3, introducing new rules for ad blockers.
Microsoft employees now being judged on their security work. Google says it is obligated to disclose confidential information of users to U.S. government.
U.S. to call for limits on Chinese vehicle software over data security concerns. It has been commented as, breaking up Google would offer a chance to remodel the web, and Google has an illegal monopoly on search, U.S. judge finds. Microsoft says, Delta ignored Satya Nadella's offer of CrowdStrike help, and Microsoft says Delta's technology outdated, likely contributed to slow recovery.
Researchers uncover vulnerabilities in SolarMan and DAI solar systems. FreeBSD releases urgent patch for high-severity OpenSSH vulnerability. Eastwind attack deploys PlugY and GRU Apache backdoors using booby-trapped LNK files. Apple says, Patreon must switch to its billing system or risk removal from App Store. Betting marketplace Polymarket and AI search engine Perplexity partner on info-sharing deal. TikTok comes for messaging apps with the addition of group chats.
Halloween is getting its own Unreal Engine 5 game with John Carpenter intimately involved. Former Xbox studio Tango Gameworks and Hi-Fi Rush have been acquired by PUBG's Krafton Incorporated, saving it from closure.
Realme teases 320W supersonic charge ahead of August 14th unveiling. Google's first Pixel 8 devices made in India are ready. Google-backed software developer GitLab explores sale, sources say. 23andMe reaches settlement in data breach class actions lawsuit. $50 million wrongful death lawsuit against Titan submersible operators highlights use of $30 Logitech game controller. In the U.S., federal appeals court finds geofence warrants are categorically unconstitutional.
It has been reported that the 2024 iPhone 16 will have Apple Intelligence as its biggest selling point, and the 2025 iPhone 17 will have a new ultra-thin mid-range model, that iPhone Air, to revamp the lineup, and the rumored iPhone 17 Slim could instead be called the iPhone 17 Air. Apple's Journal app to receive AI-powered upgrades. Latest patent suggests iOS 18.1 Beta 2 with Apple Intelligence now rolling out to developers.
Doom. The Dark Ages gameplay reportedly shown at QuakeCon, revealing a revamped glory kill system and a mech with a cannon. Open World Terminator. Survivor's Steam Early Access delayed into 2025. Randy Pitchford teases Borderlands 4 after tirade over flop movie adaptation.
Windows Update downgrade attack on patches fully updated systems. Hackers could spy on cell phone users by abusing 5G baseband flaws, researchers say.
Asus and MSI BIOS updates for Intel 13th and 14th generation unstable crashing CPUs now rolling out, and Intel faces shareholder class action lawsuit for allegedly concealing foundry business problems. WD announces enterprise 128 terabytes SSD, 8 terabytes SD cards, and a 16 terabytes external SSD at FMS 2024. Samsung is recalling 1 million stoves to prevent pets from setting your home on fire.
Chinese competitor to Nvidia charged with financial fraud loses spot on Shenzhen Stock Exchange. HP to move production of millions of PCs to Thailand, Mexico. TSMC sales grow 45% in July on strong AI chip demand.
Kate Blanchett says no one got paid anything for Lord of the Rings. I basically got free sandwiches and I got to keep my ears. Channing Tatum hopes Deadpool and Wolverine Gambit cameo leads to standalone movie. I pray to God. Jenna Ortega says everybody in Hollywood wants to be politically correct, but that lacks honesty and makes us lose a lot of our humanity and integrity.
ByteDance is set to seek refinancing of $5 billion loan. Temu owner Colin Huang is now China's richest person. Apple says there's no price Microsoft could pay to make it ditch Google. They offered to give us Bing for free. Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson's Pacific Palisades property hit by burglars. BTS's Sugar investigated for alleged DUI incident involving electric scooter.
Daniel Ek earned more from Spotify in the past 12 months than any artist has ever earned on the platform. Banksy reveals second animal artwork within 24 hours in London. Charles Barkley cancels his retirement plans, says he'll stay with TNT Sports for long term.
Bob Dylan biopic A Complete Unknown, starring Timothée Chalamet, sets Christmas release date. Hulk Hogan killing Gawker film in active development with Matt Damon and Ben Affleck as artists' equity. Jay Cantor, agent to Marlon Brando and Marilyn Monroe and production executive, dies at 97.
Chapel Roan, set for Outside Lands, just drew Lollapalooza's largest crowd ever. Lauryn Hill and the Fugees' 2024 tour is quietly canceled 3 days before first date. Reportedly, pricey veneers have made Hollywood smiles too perfect. Elon Musk claims massive DDoS attack targeting ex-Trump conversation. Elon Musk offers Donald Trump cooperation in possible government. Google says it is deactivating Russia-based AdSense accounts.
Air taxis failed to get certified for the Paris Olympics. There's still hope for Los Angeles 2028. Indians wanting their money back for undelivered Teslas shows how drastically the EV market changed. SpaceX to launch 4 people on historic Fram-2 mission over Earth's poles in late 2024.
Court rejects U.S. appeal in Jordan Chiles' bronze medal fight. 2 days ago, American gymnast Jordan Chiles lost her bronze medal on floor exercise. Flavor Flav offers Jordan Chiles a bronze clock necklace as medal replacement. Paris Olympics average 30.6 million viewers, 82% bump from Tokyo. FTC approves final new horse racing oversight rule.
A 24 circling Anthony Bourdain biopic, Tony from Star Thrower Entertainment, with The Holdovers breakout, Dominic Sessa in talks to star. Rachel Lillis, Pokémon star who voiced Misty and Jessie, dies at 55. Red Hot Chili Peppers Rap Unlimited Love Tour, with over 3.4 million tickets sold.
Ted Lasso co-creator is waiting on Jason Sudeikis to make a decision about Season 4. Full episodes of Arcane Season 2 appear online ahead of November release following Netflix anime leaks. China firm pays actor $400,000 for live stream, demands refund after dismal product sales. Lauryn Hill says U.S. tour was called off due to low ticket sales, which she attributes to media sensationalizing of her cancelled shows last year. Kesha plans to re-record TikTok with FCK P. Diddy lyric change. Billie Eilish, Snoop Dogg and Red Hot Chili Peppers to perform at Summer Olympics closing ceremony.
Paramount Global announces it will cut 15% of U.S. workforce, shares rise on second quarter earnings, and Paramount takes $5.98 billion write-down on cable networks in Q2 tied to Skydance deal, while streaming turns first profit. Warner Brothers Discovery earnings reports reveals Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, caused a 41% loss in video game revenue, and WB Discovery wants to license franchises, which include Batman to Harry Potter and more, to other game studios. Bouncing helps people move in sync during dance, study shows. Study finds seasonal shifts in moral values. Sweden grants protection to